I have something pretty cool that I decided to do with you guys today, and I haven't seen many of them. I went over to my tree garden over here in the ground, and I took up, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 corkscrew willows that I took cuttings of last year, and I planted them in the ground because I ran out of pots. So I'm gonna do a grouping or a forest of corkscrew willows. So let's do it. Now, since I'm gonna do this together, we're not gonna do any root pruning except for on one dude, because this is like a totally retarded and insane root that's just out of proportion with everybody. Okay, that's it. We are gonna cut off some dead stuff. So let's just get these branch cutters. We'll cut that one back. That dead branch. This has dead branches all over it, but got buds everywhere. Gotta be careful. We'll just leave that be. See, we'll just take a look at this one. Just clean it up a bit. Get it ready for growing. It's got a lot of buds on it. Okay. Let's look at this one. Yeah, these are open already. Or opening. So we gotta get these planted. Okay. But I need that space for my actual food garden. So I had to think of a project to do, and I was like, oh, this would be sweet if we did. Like, I don't know if you'd really call it a forest or a grove, like a grove of willows. That's what I'd call it, like a grove. I'll look it up, I'll see what it's called, just so we could be accurate, so I don't get people on my case for not being correct on my terminology or something. Okay. One thing I was thinking about, oh, see this? Let's get that taken care of there. Is these are corkscrew willows, so they go all different directions. But as much as we can, let's try to get them going in the same direction of movement. It can make it look like windswept in a way, or just so it doesn't look totally oddball. Now there's holes drilled that I drilled in this. See, it's just like a baking thing. I liked it, got it at a thrift store. This is a training pot for this. So what we're gonna do, put a fine layer of soil at the bottom, and kind of even it out a bit. Some of it's going to come out the bottom, I'm sure, but oh yeah, quite a bit actually. Well, before we do that, I'm gonna go get the gravel. Actually, I have gravel here. I'll go grab it. I use the gravel for screens. It prevents most of my soil from exiting my pots when I don't have typical screening. See, like that. I don't know. I'm a cheap person sometimes. It works, man. Do what you gotta do. Sometimes it's not convenient for the screens, but if it works, it works. Cause see, look, it's not coming out anymore. Okay. Alright, let's clean up the space a bit so I can put this pot down on a flat surface. Okay. Now, let's find the tallest tree here. That would probably be this one. And what's facing me be the front of the pot. So, this is the most prominent tree, and I'm gonna plop that down right here. Let's see. Yeah, I want it to be about right there. Okay, let's set this down. Sometimes it's good to have two people when you're doing planting, but this is kind of small, so I shouldn't need any help with this. Sometimes it's good when you have so many trees you're going to put in, especially since I don't use wire, and that's going to make it kind of hard, I think. But when there's a will, there's a way. Okay, so that would be the first one. Whoa. And they're like really slanting. And you know what? I really like that. And I want it to go over the pot a little bit. I want it to kind of jump out of the pot. And then my idea is to slowly have it go back this direction from bigger to smaller, and this way, that way towards that way of the pot. So then the second tree that I want to put in, let's see, if I'm looking at these trees, yeah, let's kind of go with this one. Then maybe this one right here. Now, from what I've learned, you want these root masses to intertwine, and you will consider this one tree. You want these roots to form together. Okay, we'll fix this here in just a second. Some of these are around the same diameter, which is fine. But they're gonna start, they're getting smaller in diameter and in height. We'll get these in, and then we'll have to adjust as we see fit. I want these closer together because I want them to grow like that and kind of get this wicked old forest feel, like an ancient twisted forest. where they've learned to grow amongst each other and not interfere because they've been together for so long. That's the kind of feel I want to have. Yeah, let's get this guy over here. Then maybe have this guy right here. What do you think? And then have it more like lower down on this end. It's gonna take a bit for this to grow in, but I'm liking that. Like most everything's grown in this direction, but the corkscrew is still like, I'm gonna grow whatever way I feel, but I'm still gonna, the wind has and the sun, it's kind of like, okay, but this is like the most ideal. Okay, let's give it some soil on top of this. I think I like that. Let's not think about it too much. Let's just plant it. Let's be random. And then let's let the trees get to know each other better and decide where their roots are wanting to go. Now, I have a few willows that I haven't put trays of water underneath like I normally do, just to experiment on the watering of them. They're doing fine. Not every willow has a gigantic water source, but I know the willows that have the water underneath them tend to grow so much happier. I want some rock in here. I love rocks. I love that stuff. But I don't know which rocks to put in yet. But let's get some more soil right here. Let's get all this around. Now I'm gonna leave these guys in this pot together for probably about 2 years, no more than 2 years, because these willows will have taken up this whole pot with roots. I promise you that. Then they'll need to be repotted. But 2 years, I'm betting 2 years from now, they will be a mess. I'll still need to be careful when I take them out, but they'll be pretty much massed together. This by no means is like the finished product. This is just getting these trees in place to grow together. I'm not going to worry about a landscape right now, because that's not important. We're not there yet. We are going to establish one heck of a root system for these guys. This is going to look super cool. Later this summer, I'll make a video for you guys to watch, and we'll put some moss down for these guys. I'll fertilize these guys, and this is gonna look amazing. It'll give me enough time to really think about the actual design of the planting. This was a on the whim kind of planting. but I've wanted to do something like this for quite some time, so don't get me wrong on that. I got a little water in my watering can, so I'm gonna give it a quick sprinkle. Then we'll have to go over to the watering can or watering bucket and fill it up and give it a thorough watering. This is diatomaceous earth and pumice. Now, willows will do absolutely wonderful and cheap $3 potting soil. Give me 2 seconds. I'll go get some water and I'll be right back. Alright, let's give this planting a proper watering. Water until the water comes out clear. You cannot overwater these guys. So maybe if you are a beginner and you have killed trees from overwatering, get yourself a willow. I sell willows, but they're pretty easy to propagate on your own. If you would like me to make a video about how to propagate willows, hit me up down in the comment section and let me know. And if you guys want to see it, I'll do it. Alright, after we're done watering here, I'll do a couple more cleanup cuts and we'll go through here and look again just to make sure there's not any other cuts we need to make. I'm already digging it. You guys digging it? Let me know you're liking it by hitting the like button for me, would you? Hit the like button, the subscription button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get all the notifications for my future videos. Please keep the comments appropriate. I'd appreciate that. Alright.